Today we're going to talk about the passage Justice for All and learn how to write a TDA response. TDA stands for Text-Dependent Analysis. These types of writing are tough because you have to use direct evidence from the text to help explain elements. Before we get to that part, let's talk about some background knowledge and what we might infer by looking at the photograph. If you take a look at the photograph, one question you may ask yourself is, what do you see? And we can explicitly, just what we see in the photograph, identify that there is an African American woman and everyone else on the plane seems to be Caucasian, to have white skin. We can also say that a man is grabbing her arm. We can also say that he looks angry. That is what we see. Now I want to move to what kind of inferences we can make. Inferences is when we make judgments or guesses by what we see. Well, I think this man is angry because she's sitting somewhere she shouldn't be. Everyone else that's on the train also seems to be annoyed, especially this woman. They all seem to be paying attention, and she is the only person that has different colored skin in this train car. I also can make an inference that the train conductor is going to continue trying to pull her. Instead of just using his words asking her to leave, it is now at this point where he is grabbing her arm and looks very angry. I can tell by the way Ida B is not standing up that she's kind of refusing this action. Can you connect this picture to anything else you have knowledge of? I have some knowledge about a woman named Harriet Tubman, and Harriet Tubman refused to give up her seat to another person on a bus. So this kind of reminds me of that story where someone was standing up for their rights because they were treated unfairly due to their race. I am wondering if this passage will be similar, where this woman is also trying to make a stand. Let's take a look at our TDA prompt. I always read through the TDA prompt twice. The first time, I'm just making sure that I'm reading it closely. The second time, I'm really examining the prompt, looking for different parts. So let's read through it once. In the text Justice for All, Ida B. Wells takes action against what she knows is wrong when she refuses to give up her seat on the train. Write an essay analyzing how Ida B. Wells' actions, thoughts, and words support the central idea. Never give up on something you strongly believe in. Use evidence from the text to support your response. TDA prompts always have 3 parts. Our first sentence, I will highlight in red. Is going to identify the title of our passage, which is Justice for All, and it will also give a little summary, and it tells us the main character stands up for something she knows is wrong. She refuses to give up her seat on the train. The second sentence in the prompt is normally the meaty part, the part that has all the information we need to do our writing. Oops, let me undo. I'm going to do that in yellow. It says, write an essay analyzing how Ida B's actions, thoughts, and words support the central idea. Well, I see 2 literary elements. This one is talking about Ida B's actions and thoughts, and this one is talking about central idea. When you are writing a TDA response, you are always trying to connect 2 elements together. So as I'm forming my response later, I'm going to make sure that I'm talking about the character's actions, and I'm also going to be talking about central idea. Sometimes we call central idea theme, so if you hear that, we're talking about the same thing. Lucky for us, this TDA prompt tells us what the central message is, which is never give up on something you strongly believe in. So we will be trying to prove that Ida B's actions support that she never gave up on something she believed in. The last sentence in our TDA prompt always reminds you to use text evidence. So we are not choosing things kind of in our brain. We are choosing phrases or quotes directly from the text as proof, and our inferences may be included in that, but doesn't guide our writing. We still want to directly quote the text. Okay, stay tuned for the next video where we will begin writing.